Ladies and gentlemen, Cowboys Nation and NFL fans across the globe, buckle up because today's breaking news is sending shockwaves throughout the football world. That's right, we have what many are calling one of the most unexpected, emotionally charged, and business-defining moves in recent Cowboys memory. A star player has just been cut. Yes, you heard that right, cut from the Dallas Cowboys. And the decision? It came directly from none other than Jerry Jones himself, the iconic and often controversial team owner who is known for pulling the trigger when others hesitate. This move is more than just another roster shift. This is a statement, a message, a wake-up call to the locker room, to the fans, and to the league at large. Jerry Jones is not playing around anymore, and this latest decision might just redefine how the Cowboys approach the 2025 season and perhaps how the NFL responds in kind. So what happened? Why did it happen? And who is the player whose future has just been completely flipped on its head? Well, that's where things get wild. The rumor mill has been swirling for days now, but today it broke wide open with reports confirming that a high-profile player, one who has been the face of hope, grit, and a comeback story in the making, has been let go. The team has chosen to move on. No trade, no negotiation, no restructuring, a flat-out release. Now, I know some of you are probably already jumping to conclusions. Is it Dak Prescott? No, that would be catastrophic, and while there are always discussions about his contract, Doc remains their guy for now. Is it CeeDee Lamb? Absolutely not. He's arguably the most electric piece of the Cowboys' offense and still under their control. Is it Micah Parsons? Again, no chance. He's the face of their defense and a generational talent. But what about a player who, while maybe not the star on the stat sheet, became a symbol of what the Cowboys stand for? What about someone who the fans rallied around because of his story, his passion, and his roots? That's exactly what we're talking about here. Now, if you've been watching the preseason, if you've been paying attention to training camp battles, then you know one name has quietly gone from underdog fan favorite to potential odd man out: Deuce Vaughn. Yes, the same Deuce Vaughn whose draft moment brought grown men to tears. The same Deuce Vaughn whose father, a Cowboys scout, made the emotional call on draft day to let him know he was becoming a Dallas Cowboy. That moment was immortalized across social media. It was played on NFL Network. It was shared by millions. It was a moment of pride, of family, of dreams coming true. And yet, just over a year later, the dream might be over, or at least postponed. The reports coming in say Deuce Vaughn is the player the Cowboys have decided to cut, and while nothing is officially confirmed by the team's PR department as of this very second, multiple trusted sources close to the team are claiming it's a done deal. Let me paint the full picture here, because this isn't just about a sentimental draft pick. Deuce Vaughn, for all his heart, hustle, and community love, has had a rough preseason. His touches have been limited. His production has been underwhelming. And more importantly, the Cowboys' running back room has become crowded and competitive. With the recent additions of veterans like Miles Sanders and Javonte Williams, both of whom bring NFL experience and versatility, the Cowboys have clearly chosen to go in a more durable, perhaps more traditional direction. And then you add in young breakout performers in camp, who've been turning heads, showing explosiveness, special teams flexibility, and just overall impact that puts pressure on every roster spot, and Deuce's size and role limitations may have simply been outmatched by the business side of football. Now, let's talk about Jerry Jones. Because this is his decision, make no mistake about it, Jerry is known to be deeply loyal to players he believes in. He's backed some guys longer than most GMs would ever dare. But when Jerry feels like his back is against the wall, when he feels like the window to win is closing, he acts. And that's exactly what we're seeing here. Jerry made it clear this offseason that the Cowboys are in win-now mode. No more building for the future. No more moral victories. No more excuses. This franchise, in his words, is too talented, too valuable, and has waited too long to not make a serious Super Bowl push. And in that light, even a story as emotional and feel-good as Deuce Vaughn's might not stand up to the cold, hard demands of winning football. Jerry is sending a message to every player in that locker room: we're not here for sentiment. We're here for results. But let's not ignore the fan response. Social media has exploded since the news broke. Fans are divided. Some are absolutely heartbroken. They saw Deuce as one of their own. A player who overcame the odds, beat his height disadvantage, proved the doubters wrong at Kansas State, and made it to the NFL. For him to be cut after just one season feels cruel to many. Others, however, are siding with the team's decision, saying that football is a business and that you can't afford to carry emotional stories when there are more explosive, durable options available. It's a tough pill to swallow, but that's the reality of the NFL. Only 53 spots on the active roster. No room for passengers. Everyone has to produce. And if you're not performing, no matter how loved you are, the train keeps moving. And then there's the locker room impact. You better believe players are feeling this. When someone like Deuce, who gives 100% effort every practice, is beloved by his teammates, and stands for everything right about the grind, gets released, it shakes things up. It reminds everyone that no one's job is safe. That even being a fan favorite can't protect you. That Jerry and the front office mean business. And in some twisted way, that might be exactly what this team needs. A jolt, a wake-up call. Because let's be real, the Cowboys have underperformed year after year. High expectations, dramatic letdowns. Something had to change, and this cut might be the catalyst for a culture shift. Let's also look at the long-term implications. Deuce Vaughn's cut might only be the beginning. If Jerry is willing to move on from someone like that, who else is next? There are whispers around the facility about more changes coming. Some veterans may be on thin ice. Some draft picks may be on the trading block. Jerry is clearly reworking the roster to prioritize power, depth, and durability. He's not trying to win the offseason headlines anymore. He wants results in January and February. Could this mean more surprise cuts? Could we see a shocking trade before week 1? Don't count it out. This front office is evaluating everyone with a microscope right now. Now, before we go further, I need you to ask yourself this: would you have made this move? As a fan, as a coach, as an owner, would you have cut Deuce Vaughn? It's not an easy answer. Because what he brought to the team, to the locker room, to the community, it's not something you can measure in yards or touchdowns. But at the same time, the NFL is not a charity. It's a performance-driven business. And in that business, tough decisions are the price of success. We've seen it time and time again. Beloved players getting moved, Hall of Famers being cut, future legends being traded. That's the ruthless nature of this game. And Jerry Jones? He's embracing that ruthlessness like never before. But let's not bury the kid. Deuce Vaughn's story isn't over. Far from it. If this release becomes official, you can bet another team will come calling. There are franchises who value players like him. Teams who can use his speed, his agility, his heart, and his story to spark something. It might be as a return specialist. It might be in a pass-catching third down role. Maybe even in the slot. But Deuce Vaughn will get another shot. He's too talented and too driven not to. And when he does, watch out. Because you better believe he's going to carry this chip on his shoulder like a badge of honor. And maybe, just maybe, he'll come back to haunt the Cowboys one day. So to wrap this up, yes, this is bombshell news. A cut no one wanted to see but many saw coming. Jerry Jones has drawn a line in the sand. He's choosing performance over passion. Wins over warmth. It's a harsh world, and this move proves it. Whether you agree or not, whether you loved Deuce or barely knew his name, this moment marks a new chapter in Cowboys football. One where every player is on notice. One where every snap counts. And one where Jerry is showing the world that he's still in control and still willing to take bold action to chase the ultimate prize. Don't forget to let me know your thoughts down in the comments. Was this the right move? Who should be next? Are the Cowboys closer to glory or spiraling into chaos? Hit the like button, share this video with your fellow Cowboys fans, and subscribe for more updates as this story develops. I'll be here every step of the way, bringing you the raw, unfiltered truth from inside the league's most dramatic franchise. Until next time, stay loud, stay proud, and as always, go Cowboys.